What is the sector? What is the catalyst? How is that sector doing? AXTG was an NFT play. NFTs are on fire. What's up, Tim Sykes, millionaire mentor and trader here, continuing all of these little sections from my latest Trading Challenge webinar. If you click the links below, you can see the different topics we cover. This is just an example of one of the Trading Challenge webinars that my students receive every week. My Trading Challenge students, and there's a link below if you want to apply, they get 2, 3, sometimes 4 live webinars per week, live trading, Q&A, whatever I can do to help speed up your learning curve, and whatever my team can do. We now have a community that's awesome with lots of hard workers, but nearly 24 millionaire students. They're also giving webinars. In this video specifically, we're gonna talk just about a lot of Q&A. You know, before, if you click the links below, you can see some like specific topics, but in this one, I just get a lot of random questions. Remember, 90% of traders lose, and most people who join my challenge in the beginning, they're just starting. They don't know what they should do, what they shouldn't do. There's nothing off the table. I'm here to teach from 20 plus years of experience. So I answer a lot of questions, but I want you to focus on the way that I answer these questions. Some of my answers are rather counterintuitive. They might even surprise you and shock you, but this is what I've learned over the years. And I wish someone had taught me in the beginning. Even though I made a lot of money, I made so many boneheaded mistakes over the years. I'm trying to be the mentor to people that I never had, okay? I'm trying to cut through the BS, trying to give people these little, shortcuts and tips. So watch this video, check out, the Q&A. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. I'll keep answering questions. I'm here to help. This is not an exact science. I don't know everything. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I lose. But at the same time, everything I do, there's a purpose behind it. There's a method behind it. Remember, I donate all my trading profits to charity. I'm in this for my students. Like I said, I have nearly 24 millionaire students right now, but I want dozens of millionaire students. I want hundreds of millionaire students. It can be you with enough hard work, dedication, and patience. One video at a time, one DVD, one webinar at a time. Again, go click the link below to apply for my challenge. Check out these other videos from this Trading Challenge webinar and study your butt off. Leave a comment too if you have any other questions. Throw out any questions now. We were organized a little bit. I'm happy we got that. We're chopping this up into little videos about morning panic dip buys, about promoters, about scaling, about first green days. Those are four chapters. And now this one is just a free-for-all for Q&A. Let's see. Roland says, I've been paper trading with STT. Would you recommend linking my broker to place the trades when I start trading? Yes. Falk Smash says, IB account with 1,500. I have a scanner with OTC, data, whole package. I know you say pick a size to start, then size it down by 1/3. I might need to even go smaller. That's fine. Do whatever you want. I have people who don't even trade for 6 months or 9 months or 12 months. I have people who paper trade. I have people who trade with, 10 shares. You choose what makes you comfortable. Whatever keeps you in the game, really. If I trade too small, like somebody asked me before, like, oh, am I going to do the small account challenge? That wouldn't keep me in the game. That would just annoy the fuck out of me because I'm already trading small compared to what I'm capable of, but I trade small because I still want to be a good teacher. But there's limits to what I'm willing to do, I'm not willing to wake up at 5 a.m. when I'm on the West Coast to try to make 38 bucks. I'm not at that point in my trading career where I have to trade that small. Many of you are. You got to choose what point in the career you're at and what keeps you motivated. Do I consider Oracle and stocks to trade useful? I look at it. I don't personally put that much stock in it. I know other people like it, but I personally don't use the VWAP. I personally don't use like oscillators or Bollinger Bands. Like that's just not for me. But if it helps you, try it. Let's see. Leonard says, I feel like the small size helped me keep patient to let a play work versus getting shaken out. That's another thing. It's not just about what you can achieve over time. It's giving a play more time. And there have been some times where I get like such a small partial position that it's not even worth it for me to take a profit, and I might as well just see it out. What kind of percentage gain would you consider scalping? I don't know. I mean, for me, I'm trying to take 5, 10, 15% gains. I'm being very safe right now. Scalping to me is like where you purposely try to make 1 or 2 or 3%. I don't purposely ever try to make those small amounts. Sometimes I do take it because the stock just doesn't do what I want. Let's see. What pattern do you try to avoid even when you see an opportunity? I don't short sell. I see a lot of short selling opportunities. I don't short sell. That's another, kind of sacrifice that I make for my students, because I can make money short selling, but I don't think that short selling is the right strategy for a lot of newbies right now. I think it's very dangerous, so I don't even want to open that door, even if I could personally make some money on it. Sorry that you should have said you can, oh, I already read that. I wouldn't do 10%, go smaller. That's not a lot, but at least you win. Question on morning panic dip buys. I've noticed you're on point about the stock panicking next morning. How? I'm looking for multi-day runners, and I'm looking for signs of the top. CYBL, ILUS both had signs of topping the past 2 days, so I knew they would both be potential morning panics. They both had little panics in the morning today, but they were much better as midday panics. So I can be, prepared for a play, but the market doesn't necessarily care. Like, oh, Tim Sykes thinks that there's going to be a panic before 9:45 a.m. and the market just laughs. And, the panics happened at around noon Eastern. But again, with the promoters, you know that these stocks are destined to fall because the promoters are pumping BS. That's the whole beauty of promoters. You know how the story ends. It's like going to see a movie with a friend. They've never seen the movie. You've seen the movie. You know how the movie ends. You have an advantage over your friend. Because we know how promoted stocks end, you have an advantage over all the brainwashed newbies who don't know how it ends. Because we know how it ends, we can kind of walk backwards and see some potential signs of how the beginning of the end might look. I mean, there's thousands of examples of promoted stocks. It boggles my mind that people still put up fights. Like you look at me on Twitter, I'm fighting with all these newbies. I'm like, hate me, curse at me, say I'm full of crap for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Then when your pump collapses, remember I warned you, remember you were too stubborn to listen. I will accept your apology, and then you'll be much poorer, you'll be more cynical, but you'll be a better student. Like, that's literally a conversation I've had hundreds of times with hundreds of people. Every single time I've turned out to be right, whether it's 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 9 months later. Think about that. Some people say, oh, you're just bragging, you don't know the future. I do with promoted stocks because that's what promotions do. If there weren't promoters, I wouldn't know. I'm grateful to the promoters. It's like the promoters are whispering in my ear in a movie, this is how this movie ends. And I know that they're telling the truth because of who they are. They are who they thought we were. Oh, wait, I said that wrong. What was that NFL coach? They are who I thought they were. Let's see. To keep your losses so small, are you thinking as soon as this trade goes against me, I'm out? Is that in the front of your mind? Yes, I have hundreds of video lessons saying that. I'm not kidding. I know I'm sarcastic. I'm not sarcastic about that. That's how I keep my losses at $50, $100, $200 most of the time. And then we let them off the hook. It is Denny Green. They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Thank you for understanding that football quote. What are your thoughts about using cash or margin for small accounts? Once I switched to cash, psychologically, I felt it was more beneficial. I mean, I just have a margin account in case I ever do short sell. I don't short sell. I haven't shorted anything in 2 years, but if there ever is a short, like a giant pump or something that's up for the wrong reasons, I might just be like, you know what? I'm coming out of short selling retirement because this play is just too good. I'm not just gonna leave like good money on the table. So I can't rule out that I'm never gonna short again. I don't think that it's a good strategy, but very similar to my retired trader strategy mindset. If there's a short that's so good that I would feel guilty missing it, I will short. And in order to short, you need a margin account. And one trade can pay for an entire year or 5 years if you wait for that perfect play. Not that I'm looking for it, not that I'm looking to short, but again, if the market pulls me out of retirement, right? Godfather, it pulled me back in. Let's see. Is there such a thing as cutting losses too quickly? No, it's not. Cut losses quickly. Cut losses too quickly. Love it. Get frustrated. It's good for you. Yeah, any questions about the Lifetime Challenge? admin@timothysykes.com. You can learn for life. There's no time pressure, and it's really helped people like become better students. A stock that hits 52-week highs with low volume is the best to avoid. I don't care if a stock is hitting 52-week highs or hitting 52-week lows or doing anything in between with low volume. I don't trade low volume stocks. Weedy says, if it's not an OTC over the weekend, does it have less pent-up demand? Yes, but sometimes, you just look at 8 a.m. Eastern as the market open. Like if it's a NASDAQ play, and let's say they announce on Friday they're going to be on TV on Saturday or Sunday. So maybe you don't have the 9:30 a.m. start time like you do with OTCs, but the catalyst comes over the weekend. No one can buy until the open on Monday. I mean, it's still the same gist of a weekend play. It's just an earlier wake-up time. So do you get alerts with breaking news, or does one have to sit and read a chat room to get info? You have to read the chat room to get info, but you should do it. They're working on a new feature to send out alerts too for the best ones. When you're buying on a dip, do you put your orders on the bid or the ask? Totally depends. Every single dip buy is slightly differently. But you need to watch the 900 plus video lessons in your video lesson library that are on morning panics, so you can see when I'm more aggressive or conservative. It's not just about bid or ask. It's also what position size do I take? Am I going to double up? Am I going to cut losses? Like you got to know, am I going to be conservative or aggressive on any play? The bid and the ask is like the smallest of what matters. Usually the bid and the ask, the difference is negligible. DZX says, I tend to prefer to trade near the open and the close, but then I see others making midday and I feel guilty. Why? Let's say you're lactose intolerant and you see everybody else having vanilla shakes. Do you feel guilty? Or are you happy because you're lactose intolerant and you can't drink the shake? Think about that. You like that analogy? Who cares what other people do? Focus on yourself. Maybe get those lactose intolerant pills, and then you can drink the vanilla shake with everybody else, and you guys can all be vanilla together. Let's see. Schmitty says, I'm still confused. When a stock like ILUS starts to panic, I can see the turn, but I never know when to buy because of the fake bounces. I mean, I got stuck in the fake bounce today. You just have to not look to trade. You have to be like, you know what? I don't need to trade. This can really panic. And then you get to a point where it's like the panic is just so much. And I didn't wait for that point. I dip bought it on the panic, but I wasn't there at the bottom because the panic that I dip bought into was really only 2 cents a share away from the low of the day. So I didn't wait for max panic. So you got to start thinking about, how much panic can there be? Let's see. Prakash says, I have a small cash account. I think I'm trading more. Did you think that moving the margin account can control over trading? No. Margin account I just use for short selling. When am I doing an all-day webinar? I don't know, in the future. Right now I'm dealing with my ankle. Not a good time to do anything like that's grueling. You mentioned Fibonacci retracement. Can you explain it a bit more? Yeah, I mean, it's just one of the advanced technicals, anything that drops 38% off the highs. How do I find my niche? It's like trial and error, checking on volume and flow. Yeah, a lot of trial and error practice, and you find what patterns you're best at and you're most comfortable with. What qualifies a challenge student to participate in one of my in-person classes? I haven't done in-person classes in a while. Welcome to the world. I invited some students to Italy with me because we're celebrating them passing $1 million. We didn't get to do the typical celebratory trips for a while, but make $1 million and you'll see a lot more of me. What are 3 signs of the top for you? When it comes to promoted stocks, when promoters start attacking me on Twitter, when it just gets too overextended, like 3, 4, 5 green days, or not even necessarily just based on technicals or based on promoter commentary. Sometimes the top can just be a catalyst. When a stock that's up a lot, like the FBI, questions them, or the CEO says, hey, a new competitor just popped up and now we have to try to redo our product because we're at a disadvantage. You're looking for any signs of momentum change. Let's see. Let's say you spot a Newswire 315 PR for an OTC stock that's running fast, former supernova, but today is first green day, volume already. What would be your ideal entry? I like that you came up with like this hypothetical, but Rod, you're missing what is the stock, what is the sector, what's the overall market doing, what day of the week is it? How is it approaching the high of the day? Like, is it going too fast where I don't want to chase it? Or is it a gradual run up? Volume $1 million already, okay, but is it a stock trading at 2 cents? If a stock is trading at 2 cents and the volume is $1 million, it's hardly any real dollar volume. Or is it a $10 stock where it's too high? Think about the indicators in my trader checklist guide. I know you don't want to go over 7 indicators, but they all matter. You can't just bring up a random newsletter PR. What is the sector? What is the catalyst? How is that sector doing? AXTG was an NFT play. NFTs are on fire. The press release, though, was not at 315 or 1215. It was pre-market. But when the market opened, it spiked near the market open. So how did the stock react when the press release came out? How has it done since the press release has been out? Has it been holding near its highs? Is it just a fluff press release? You got to think about these things. Tim, question on your recent shipping stocks watch list. I don't give a shit. I literally don't even give a shit. I haven't traded a shipping stock in so long. Focus on my normal daily watch lists. How do you find good promoters to follow? You just use stocks to trade breaking news, and you look and you see how the different promotions do based on the news alerts. How would I play a first green day in the morning if you aren't sure it'll end up being a first green day by end of the day? You don't. You don't play it. If you're unsure that it's going to hold the gains, you don't trade it. Tim, what strategy do you use when you size into a trade such as a multi-week runner panic? I've seen you multiple orders at once. If it's a multi-week runner and there's max panic, like if ILUS tomorrow, because this is a multi-day runner, let's say if ILUS for some reason, even though it closed at 32, the fact that it already had its panic today probably means the panic tomorrow won't be as much. Maybe it'll double bottom at 27. But let's say somehow tomorrow we get a panic down from 32 down to, support here at 22. I will load the fuck up. Let's say it breaks 22. Let's say it breaks 20 and goes here down to like 19. I will load the fuck up. The bigger the percentage drop, the sharper the drop, the more I will load up. ISWH keeps uptrending. Whenever this panics, let's say it panics from 350 to 250 or 150 in 5 minutes, I will load the fuck up. I want multi-day runners with max panic. That's when I bet bigger. Who is this guy? Super Trades. It's Paul Scolardi. He's a great swing trader. I know this is random. No Planet shirts are out of stock. I believe just certain sizes are out of stock. Oh, K button on this one. I don't know. Email admin@timothysykes.com. We'll see what we have left. Any questions about, charity merch, email admin@timothysykes.com. We have a whole warehouse of charity merch. We donate 100% of the profits from the charity merch to charity. Every time you wear the charity merch, don't just buy it. I appreciate that, but wear it. When people ask about whoa, what does this art on this shirt mean? Talk about the issues. Post about it on social media so your followers can learn more about the issues. We've got so much going on with this world that's not good, and we really need to do better. So that's why I create the charity merch. The charity merch is not fun to create. It's not easy to create. It's a hassle, but I'm proud to talk about these issues, and the merch does a great job at spreading awareness every time you wear it, every time you post about it. I'd appreciate if every single person in this webinar goes to karmagawa.com and buys some charity merch, whether it's a shirt or pants or hoodies or whatever. Get it for your friends, get it for your families. We can donate money, but we also need to talk about this stuff. So the merch becomes kind of like this talking point. That's why we do it. And there's so much more stuff. This is just another thing I have to do. There's more charity merch in the warehouse. I just have to take pictures. Like, I'm here with Pascal. We literally were taking pictures of some of the new merch today. Put it on the to-do list. I'm behind on everything. Throw out any more questions, final questions before this laptop dies. Paul Scolardi has been, one of my trading buddies for a decade and a half now. He's been crushing it on swing trades lately. I highly encourage you to learn from him if you want to learn swing trades. Too Extreme says, I have been studying your intraday dip buys. On first green day, I noticed you play for the quick bounce. You normally manage to get out quick. When you sell, are you placing multiple sell orders? Depends on my position size, depends on the volume, but usually just one sell order. I don't like putting in multiple sell orders because then sometimes I forget and I get partial executions and it's annoying. You also have to remember, for me, I do a little extra work than most people because when I'm entering a stock or exiting a stock, I'm also writing out commentary. So sometimes I go away from the order page and, I even estimate, I see out of the corner of my eye, some of it got executed. Sometimes I get partial fills, but I'm also writing the commentary. So I have a little tougher job than most people. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe? Yes, and he says thank you. Different platform, but if it's set everything the same, will show the same ticker. Pretty much, but a lot of platforms are not made for low price stocks. So I can't tell you how some people are like, no, I don't want to use the stocks to trade scans, and they use these free scans, and the free scans don't include a lot of the biggest percent gainers that are OTC or Pink Sheet or OTC bulletin board, and they miss out on the biggest runners because they cheaped out. They wouldn't pay, a little money for a good scanner. It's ridiculous. You cheap out on your education and your tools, you won't do as well. And I'm telling you, I've never met a millionaire coupon clipper, okay? You never make millions of dollars being so cheap where you're like, oh, I don't want to pay any commissions to my broker. Oh, I don't want to pay anything for my education. They never do well. To them, it's always about trying to save $5, $10, $20, $100 so that it's always a lot of money to them for anything quality. There's so much upside when you invest in your education and tools, as my now 24 millionaire students prove. Any questions about DVDs like Trading Tickers 2? Email admin@timothysykes.com. Love admin@timothysykes.com. My team will help you with all that stuff. Rod wants to give us a hand with any technical stuff. Email admin, Rod. We'll put you in touch. Holtzy says, thank you, Tim, for providing this space for us noobs. It's my pleasure. I get grumpy, I get tired, but I really do love this. I think there's so much opportunity just being real in this industry. And and now creating millionaires. Like, I'm excited. I don't know who the next millionaire is going to be, but I guarantee you that in a few years, I'll probably have a few dozen, if not a few hundred millionaires. So it's like the millionaire games. Who wants it the most? And I don't know who's going to be next. I can't study for you. None of my top students can study for you. We just, create useful guides and lessons and rules. And hopefully, we can help speed up your journey. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for joining in. Remember, trade small, be safe, cut losses quickly. There's no rush. This is a marathon, not a sprint. If you do want to be my next millionaire student, understand it's probably going to take a few years at the least. And in the meantime, when you're not necessarily trading with a big account or trading aggressively, when you're just learning the basics, be safe so that you stick with it. You manage your expectations, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised year 2, year 3, year 4, how everything compounds. If you have problems like, I don't know where the bottom is, I don't know this, it gets easier with more practice. Nobody has ever mastered this in a few days, weeks, or months. You need to see hot markets, you need to see cold markets, you need to see $5 stocks running, you need to see 2-cent stocks running. Every day, whether you nail the trade, whether you miss the trade, it all adds to your education. And once you have enough education, you build your knowledge account. Like I always say, you have 2 accounts, your knowledge account and your brokerage account. You need to grow your knowledge account first so that then it spills over into your brokerage account. You can't just grow your brokerage account with nothing in your knowledge account. It does not work that way. And if you do make too much money too quickly with not enough knowledge, you'll probably lose it, especially if you use leverage. A lot of people think that they're smarter than they are. The market humbles them in a very expensive way. So stay safe. I'll see you in chat tomorrow. Be ready for some morning panics. It looks like there's a few, but just don't rush to trade. Remember, you do not have to trade any day. Oftentimes, if you are too excited, too impatient to trade, you'll choose the wrong trade, you'll enter too early, and you'll waste good opportunities like I did today on ILUS and CYBL. So learn from my mistakes, be patient. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. You don't have to follow anybody else. Remember, I have 24 millionaire students nearly, but they're also all self-sufficient. You notice they're not asking questions in this webinar. They've heard everything I've had to say. And it's good for repetition up to a point. Eventually, once you study enough DVDs, video lessons, webinars, you'll understand these counterintuitive lessons. And theoretically, you'll go off on your own. I'm just your training wheels. So thank you again. I will see you in chat tomorrow. And everybody watching this on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed. Very interesting little series. We'll post a whole bunch of links below this video so that you can see the different parts of this webinar. I tried to structure it just based on different things that I see happening right now. But aside from me icing my ankle, these are the kinds of 2, 3, 4 live webinars challenge students get, and they get all the archive webinars too. That's why all my newest millionaire students are challenge students. They just get access to the most education. I'm answering questions. On other days, I'm doing live trading. My millionaire students like Jack Kellogg, like Tim Grittani, like Mark Crook, like Roland, like Matt Monaco, like Jack Schwartz. There's so many of them. Mariana too, my first female millionaire student. They're giving challenge webinars too. It is the single best deal in the stock market that I can think of. Not to mention, there's this own unique chat room, which is a great community of people looking to help each other with guidance and knowledge, not looking to try to pump up any stock. We don't allow any pumping in this chat room. I know there's a lot of chat rooms out there where they're like, follow the leader, everybody tries to buy one stock. That's not gonna lead to success. I don't want you dependent on anybody else. I want you self-sufficient. Anyways, I got to go ice this more and cry like a baby off camera. Have a good day. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about this little series.